All right, the new version 8.8, the Formula One and NASCAR update for Real Racing 3 is out. As I am making this video right now, which is here in US, it's October 12th, Monday, mid-afternoon, let's say. And it's out on both iOS and, as you can see here, this is my Android, so it's out on both platforms. And of course, this is where we get to race at the long-awaited legendary circuit, the Monaco or Monaco circuit. So the new track, I believe, will be added to the lineup of daily race, right? So it's a good way to kind of test out the circuit before you jump into the special event, the Grand Prix event, the Monaco Grand Prix. And also, I believe it's going to be added into the Champion Series and Invitational if you already have unlocked Invitational for any particular team so far. I'm not that far yet. Let's see. I got 3 different teams that I've been kind of pushing. Of course, Alfa Romeo, Kimi Raikkonen, right? And Mercedes AMG, Petronas, Lewis Hamilton. And then I was using McLaren, right? Carlos Sainz, right? So those 3 I've been kind of pushing to see who will unlock first. And so far, I don't know, the Iceman's leading the charge. I have him about 60,000 driver XP and change, so I got still like 40 more thousand to go, but at least he's over halfway there of unlocking the Invitational. Lewis Hamilton, a little behind, 55,000 maybe. So yes, daily races and what do you call it, the Champion Series is about only place I can race those guys. So it's a slow going, but it is it's still better than Formula E. So anyway, aside from the new Monaco circuit, we will actually get to race this Formula One cars at the Spielberg Red Bull Ring as well, which is going to be another Grand Prix events, Austrian Grand Prix. And we have 3 Grand Prix events in this version. So the first one is going to be the Monaco, I believe. And then the second one actually is going to be Italian at Monza. And, that's something that we've raced before. So that shouldn't be too bad. We already know what the circuit's like and how these cars handle there. And then the last of the Formula One Grand Prix event is going to be the Austria. Right. So let's see. What do we have here? What's new in this update? Yes, tell me more, right? Circuit de Monaco. Prepare yourself for the ultimate test of your driving abilities. The tight streets and sharp turns of the historic Circuit de Monaco. Yeah, this is the circuit that I think everybody's been asking for a very long time. Maybe this one and maybe the Singapore, I think, is the other one that a lot of people have been asking in terms of Formula One circuits. Of course, there's the Nürburgring, the Nordschiff circuit that, I don't know if that's ever going to happen on a mobile platform. Just more to do with a device limitation than really anything else, I think. But anyway, we at least have Monaco. I don't know. I cannot think of why this would be. Let me put it this way. From what I understand, a lot of players hate racing street circuits. Let's say Hong Kong, New York. I am terrible at New York. Melbourne. Let's see, Berlin, right? Like all Formula E's are on the street, and then Melbourne was the original street circuit that's been in the game forever. And I feel like those people generally don't enjoy racing on those circuits because they are so tough. Obviously, very narrow, and you know, yeah. So the chance for overtaking is generally pretty limited, right? Your visibility is a little bit more limited as well because of all the walls, right? So, and now not just walls, we have a tunnel, right? Because it's Monaco. So we'll see how popular this track actually ends up being, because my thought is this is going to be a tough circuit to race at. But hey, for those of you guys who enjoy the challenge, hey, this would be the perfect one. Anyway, so that's something that we can all look forward to. All right, and as I was saying, there are going to be 3 more Grand Prix, Formula One Grand Prix events added in this. So we get to win 3 more Formula One cars from 2020 season and 3 more tuning setups. Now, these events are all time limited once you start them. So it's like typically 5 to 7 days. We'll find out once we get into the events a little bit more in detail. But if you don't finish within that limited time after you start the event, then you just won't win the car. You won't win a new car. You can drive a car that you already own, but just like sort of like the new version, new format they've introduced, you can race any car you want and pick a different car. You know, so if you race a car that you already have leveled up quite a bit with a driver and a team principal, then you probably don't have to spend as much on motorsport dollars to tuning, right? Then, you know, there's some benefits to that. And then obviously then you might have a little easier time with less motorsport dollars added. But in my case, I will be doing my playthrough of these events, and so if you are interested, stay tuned, and I will try to run, considering that I have not put any principal XP or driver XP on any of my drivers, so they're all stock essentially. And of course, when we start these new Grand Prix events, there are no tuning setups on the car yet, because that's how you win them, right? So we'll see. So yeah, you can feel free to tag along for the playthrough. All right, and then NASCAR returns. NASCAR, I have a bit of a like love-hate relationship with NASCAR, because you know, like you really kind of have to be in a particular mood, I think, to really get into NASCAR. Because, you know, if you're not in the mood for, like, if you're more in the mood for steering and braking, understanding the, you know, like precise braking points and things like that, then obviously NASCAR is not the one. You know, there are no right turns, for example, for these NASCAR. But with that being said, the gigantic grid, very tight packed racing, where slight twitch on your steering can just kind of set off a chain reaction of crashes, and these cars rely heavily on drafting and momentum. So obviously when you cause those crashes, could work in your favor, but also could be devastating to your chance of completing winning an event. So you know, that's kind of different kind of fun. And of course, originally NASCAR was the only one that had drafting feature in the game, and now they've obviously been expanding it to more motorsports content. So yeah, but so whether you like it or not, NASCAR, here it comes, the 2020 season, a little delayed, thanks to the strange year that we've been having. But anyway, so NASCAR returns to the 2020 season. Pick your favorite team and driver and tackle the Coke Zero Sugar 400 at Daytona. So this is going to be a Daytona NASCAR event. And I believe there are 7 cars or 7 teams in this season, right? So, and they are going to be applying the new like whole team principle and driver XP and tuning setup format for NASCAR now, which is a new thing here. All right, and meet the 2020 Ford Shelby GT500. And this car is the road collection car. I think this might be the only new road collection car in the new version, 8.8. So this American monster is unleashed upon real racing. Earn the car in a new limited time series. Okay, so this is going to be a limited time series car. And earn an exclusive Day of the Dead inspired livery in the time trial competition. I was going to say, that is a pretty cool, pretty sweet looking livery they got going here. So I suppose there's going to be a time trial competition for this car. But okay, so earn a car through limited time series, and you can earn the livery through time trial competition. All right. And oh, Bentley, that's a Motorsports GT3. Bentley Continental GT3 joins the competition. So that is going to be another car added to the 2020 season of GT3. Yeah, with McLaren and Porsche, I already completed that season. So I don't know if they're going to add more tiers to that. I guess we can check in once I'm through with this intro splash screen. So, all right, something to kind of keep in mind. So the incredible Bentley Continental GT3 joins the 2020 GT3 season. Earn the car and a bounty of gold in a new limited time series. So that's going to be another limited time series car. And looks like we got another limited time series for... That looks like an old Ford, like the Shelby GT500. Huh. Or is that one, the new one, the 2 limited time series? Maybe that's, yeah, I was gonna say that would be weird to have a racing dollar car to be featured as a... Okay, so they have put a picture of both of them, but I think that's the one they're showing here. That's confusing. Anyway, then we got a couple of exclusive series. So if you have fully upgraded that Porsche 935 that we had the last limited time series on, then you can unlock this exclusive series. And apparently there's some 150 gold reward total, which is pretty dismal considering how much you have to spend to fully upgrade that car to the price of entry, right, is pretty steep, and 150 gold is rather dismal if you ask me. So, well, there goes another exclusive series that I'll be waiting on for upgrade discounts. And then McLaren Senna gets its own exclusive series, and that one also has 150 gold reward according to their website. So that's kind of disappointing payout for these exclusive series. I expect, because they're so expensive to fully upgrade, I wish the payout was a little bit more worthwhile, but they're being really stingy, I feel like. All right, I suppose they have to pay for all this Formula One and NASCAR content somehow. All right, and what do we have? Dim Mak Takeover. Enjoying the new remixes from Dim Mak Records hitting the real racing soundtrack. I haven't really turned on the like music in the game in a long time. So answer is no, but I have a feeling they weren't really asking me. Show your appreciation by earning a new Dim Mak Records inspired livery in the Formula One Grand Prix de Monaco 2020 special event. I guess you get to win another livery for, I'd assume, the Academy car, the Formula One Academy car, I should say. All right, so those are all the new contents. So let's check out the new cars then. All right, probably asking me to download some extra content, exclusive offer. Oh, don't I feel special? No, thank you. Download requires start downloading. It's fine. Let's download all assets. That's fine. Get them all done. So while it's downloading, let's see. Let's take a look at their website and see what they have to say here. So new cars, we got the NASCAR stock cars, right? So we got a Toyota Camry, Gibbs Racing, Stewart-Haas Racing Ford Mustang, Team Penske Ford Mustang, Hendrick Motorsport Chevy Camaro ZL1 1LE, Chip Ganassi Racing Chevy Camaro ZL1 1LE, Richard Childress Racing Chevy Camaro ZL1 1LE, and Richard Petty Motorsports. Petty went with a Camaro. We of course have the old Ford from Richard Petty, but anyway, it's gonna be a Chevy Camaro ZL1 1LE, and their base PR is all starting at 43.8, and with the max PR with the driver and principal, it's going to be all at 48.6. So I'm expecting probably a couple of PR points added from maxing out the principal. And let's see, maybe close to three PR points added from maxing out the driver. That's kind of been the trend, right? From Formula E content and Formula One content. And boy, this download is taking a while. Maybe I should not have done download full game assets. You know what? Could we cancel out of that now? Okay, they're not going to show me the car. Oh, great. Okay, well, I guess we get to just enjoy the background then. Fine. I'm sure we'll get a chance to see them once we start running the event. And by the way, the NASCAR is kind of peculiar in their availability, as in they're available only for a limited time. So either you have to buy them or win them. So they started doing that, I want to say 2018 or 2017. Yeah, and I remember because I was traveling abroad and I missed out of the 3 NASCARs, I missed out on 2. I won 1, so I still can't access the season, but I have to just complete the whole season with a single car, and there's no way of buying those cars, even let alone winning those cars. So I guess this is kind of pointless. Are they going to show me? Okay. Penske, I can see. Oh, okay. There we go. That's better. Okay, so there's the 2020 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota Camry. 290. We should really do this in Imperial unit. I mean, this is NASCAR. Just talking about these specs and KPH just seems wrong. That's fine. 43.8, as I was saying, the base PR. And they do have a slight different spec. As you can see, Camry usually coming out with the higher top speed in past 2 years as well. And the Mustang usually have the higher grip. So 1.11 G here. And probably better acceleration. Oh no, Camry does have a better acceleration. And the braking distance is kind of silly for these cars. When do you ever brake? Certainly not brake hard, right? And then another Ford Mustang. Slightly different spec though. So Stewart-Haas Racing has slightly higher grip than the Team Penske. All right, interesting. And then continuing on, two more megabytes. Come on, you can do it. No? Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm on LTE, so that might have something to do with it. All right, Hendrick Motorsports Chevy Camaro ZL1. Lower grip, 1.09 G, but look at the top speed, 296 kph. So that's its strength, which generally favors NASCAR tracks. I mean, the grips on these cars can, at tracks like Daytona, you can, take those banked corners full on, no braking, not even letting up on the gas necessary for these cars. So, and then Chip Ganassi Racing, Chevy Camaro ZL1, we got 295 kph top speed, so a little bit lower grip yet, 1.08 G. And then, let's see, another Camaro ZL1, this time Richard Childress Racing, 293 kph, so a bit lower on the top speed department, 1.09 G. So yeah, I'll have to compare these cars' specs a little bit more in detail, but not during this video. I'll just run through real quick. We'll just kind of take a quick overview. And then there's a Richard Petty Chevy Camaro ZL1 1LE, 293 kph top speed, 1.09 G grip, and then a little bit shorter braking distance. Almost seems like a useless spec, doesn't it? But anyway, and then there's a GT3, Bentley Continental GT3. That does look pretty sweet. All right, so base PR 65.4. And of course, that'll be the limited time series car. That is a very sweet looking livery. And Academy car? NASCAR Academy car? Maybe? Do we get a new one? We have two. One Chevy, one Ford. And Shelby GT500, right, the Day of the Dead, right, got it. The non-motorsports car, the road collection. All right, cool. So those are some new content, and looks like we got the Porsche 919 Hybrid 2015 rendition, 30% discount. I'm sure there's 30% discount on upgrades as well. So that will do it for this video. But before I wrap up here, let's check out the Champion Series. Down to 71%. So we do have Monaco, and we do have Red Bull Ring. So of course we got the time trial for both of the circuits as well. So that's kind of cool. And then I'm sure we have the next Monaco Grand Prix that is currently open. Tuning setup, look at that. It's all on acceleration and grip. And really, yeah, it's a tight, narrow street circuit. We don't need high speed in terms of top speed. So, all right, that's good to know. And then, of course, in 9 days will be the Italian Grand Prix. And in 23 days, so there's a little bit of a break between Italian and Austrian Grand Prix. So those are some cool new events. And let's see, NASCAR, we got some new contents here too. Are we gonna, seems like we don't necessarily have a hub, you know what I mean? So yeah, as you can see, 2018 season, I only have a single car on this account. And yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of cars to race in 2020 season. So all right, and the GT3 was the other one, right? And they just added a new car, no new tiers, so that's kind of unfortunate. I guess we just get to race a new car if you win it, but that's gonna be it, not much else there. And road collection, we have, let's see, most likely I'm thinking under Masters is where we're gonna find the new Ford. Let's see, yep, Ford Shelby GT500, the 2020 edition is gonna be in Masters section, Unstoppable Supercars of America series, along with the Hellcat, Corvette ZR1, and the other Shelby GT350R. All right, cool. So yeah, the new event is ready to go. So if you like to tag along for the my playthrough of the British Grand Prix. I already completed it. What's with that? A little behind the schedule there, aren't you? I think they meant the Monaco Grand Prix. So that will be most likely be my next playthrough here. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for Monaco Grand Prix playthrough, and we'll catch you guys then. All right, take care.